Greetings, fellow Gorehounds, and welcome back to a Blood Splattered vlog. I'm the Horror Guru.
And I'm Count Jackula.
And today we're going to talk about Touch Me, a sci-fi comedy psychosexual thriller about a couple of codependent friends who join an alien sex cult. I guess that about sums it up.
That about sums it up.
The movie is directed by Addison Heimann. I am not familiar with their work, but after watching this movie, maybe I'll seek out some of their other movies.
Yeah.
This movie is weird, but it's actually a kind of weird that I really fucking dug.
Yep.
The movie is, on the surface, a very goofy comedy about two burnouts.
Yep.
Falling on hard times. But then it very quickly turns into a very goofy comedy about having sex with an alien cult leader.
Yeah.
In very graphic, gory detail. So it is a kind of body horror movie on top of everything. Definitely falls into that category of like people being lured into cult horror movies.
Yeah. There's that. But really, what this is all about really is alien fucking.
Yeah, this feels like a comedy that was made for monster fuckers.
Oh, yeah.
That is 100% who the audience of this movie is.
Also kind of interesting because it's one of the few movies in which the monster is humanized to the point where it's basically as dumb as the main character.
Yes, in fact, I would even argue that the cult leader alien in this movie is dumber than both of them.
Yes.
And the only reason either of them are susceptible to them is because of their cosmic sex powers.
Yes.
The fact that their sex powers is basically like being on ecstasy or LSD. It's a trip in of itself.
Yeah.
With tentacles.
Yeah.
Like a hentai. I totally understand if this movie isn't on anyone's radar because it wasn't on mine until I just randomly saw the poster in my Blue Sky feed and I'm like, what the fuck is that? I looked it up. I had to go see it immediately. The movie is just a weird combination of things. And I don't think most people are going to be really into it. But if you are the person who likes the type of kind of goofy, I guess I'll call it millennial humor. I don't know what to call it.
Well,
the kind of like
the way I would like to refer to it is this is a goofy B-movie take on what would normally be an elevated horror movie.
That's a good way to put it because it is very goofy, but it kind of has a similar like theming and vibing to something like maybe a Menu.
Yeah.
But it's less highbrow than the Menu.
It's way less highbrow.
It's super lowbrow. You know, it's like filled with sex jokes.
Yes.
And just like silly, goofy humor. But also a lot of stylization. Like there's an entire like flashback sequence that's filmed like a silent film.
Yeah.
But like the things that pop up isn't the dialogue, it's the text messages and the conversations they're having on the phone.
You know, another movie that kind of has not similar themes, it doesn't even look like the movie, but has a similar kind of tone is Tusk.
Yes. Okay, you found it.
Yeah.
You found the movie that matches this movie's freak. Tusk. Which either hearing that is either going to turn you off or it's going to make you want to run out and see this movie.
Yes.
It's a movie. It's quite a trip.
It's a movie. It's what's wrong with this country these days.
It's a movie I would inflict on people and and hope they would like it. But even if they didn't, just inflicting it upon them would satisfy me.
Yes.
Kind of like Tusk, actually.
Exactly like Tusk.
Because it's not as fucking like extreme as something like Human Centipede.
No.
It's way more on the goofy level of Tusk.
Yeah, it's not even as like intense as like Society.
Yes, 100%. But it is way more queer than any of those movies.
Yes.
Because there is some queer alien sex, which I realized while watching the movie. I've seen many movies where people fuck aliens.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen as many movies where there's gay sex with an alien.
True,
but there is that in this movie.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for it, it's in this movie.
I think one of the only others I can think of that comes to mind is Tentacles.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. There's the one. I know a lot of people are going to read the description of this movie and think about that one. I forget what it was called. It was like a Spanish language film about a couple who find an alien in a barn.
Right.
And they work out their sexual frustrations and issues by having sex with this alien. But that one was way darker.
That one's way darker, way more serious.
I'll put the title of the movie here because I'm completely spacing out on it right now.
Yeah, it's got one of those titles like In the Barn or something like that.
If you're thinking it's that kind of movie going in, don't. Think more stoner comedy without the actual pot. Because it's way more on that wavelength.
Yeah, although there is pot in the movie.
That's true. There is drugs and things are taken, not the least of which being the alien sex itself is very psychedelic.
Yeah.
But with tentacles wrapped around their bodies. And when you actually do see the alien in their alien form, when they're not just hot, weird, Jesus-looking dude.
Yes.
It is a goofy looking puppet.
Yes.
But the goofiness is kind of part of the fun. This is how goofy it looks.
Oh, yeah.
It practically looks like it has paper mache arms.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was the stupidest thing ever. You know what? Another movie this kind of reminded me of. Do you remember Seed? I'm pretty sure it was a Shudder movie.
Yes, the one about the girls who find the alien near a pool.
Yeah, kind of has a similar wavelength to this movie.
Yeah, it does.
But weirdly enough, that movie had worse effects.
Yes.
Than this movie has, which is not saying that the effects in this movie are amazing. They're just perfect.
Yeah.
They're not amazing. They're perfect.
It's better than good. It's good enough.
It's gooder.
Yeah, it is a gooder movie. Yeah.
But it's a gooder movie that's not bad. It's a gooder movie that's intentionally going for the gooder vibe.
Oh, yeah.
You know, a lot of gooder movies are so bad it's good movies, but this movie is a good movie that is intentionally going for the vibe of a bad movie.
Of a cheesy movie.
Yeah.
Because
100%.
probably to cover up for some lack of budget.
And that all being said, the movie is actually about something. The movie kind of does explore how and why someone will be lured into a cult in the first place.
Yeah.
Even a sex cult.
And the changes in personality that happen.
And the movie
the dynamics of people within such a cult.
And also it explores the codependency of people who go through such extreme traumas and end up in these cults and become codependent with the cults.
And also the codependency of the cult leader.
Yes, 100%. 100%. And with that said, my fellow gorehounds, this movie will be available on streaming soon, so keep a lookout for that. And with that said, let us move on to the spoilers.
I don't know what we could really spoil about this
I can
movie.
spoil one thing.
Yeah.
For one, it's revealed later in the movie that Brian, the alien cult leader, doesn't even know if he's an alien.
Yeah,
because he just woke up on Earth one day and just was this parasite thing.
Figure out what the fuck his whole deal was.
Yeah, so he may not actually be an alien. He could just be a monster, like a weird parasite thing that has sex with people and tries to create weird clones of itself using these glowing trees. There's a lot of weird stuff in this movie.
Yeah. There's a lot of weird stuff. Don't worry about it too much.
Don't worry about it too much. He's got this sidekick who is
this older woman.
Yeah, she's
his second in command.
His most devoted follower that he refuses to fuck because she just doesn't meet his sexual standards.
Yeah.
But he keeps insisting he has no sexual standards.
Yeah, but he clearly does.
The guy is a total narcissist, but he also kind of reveals that he's only 5 years old. In one of my favorite bits in the movie when he's telling the truth finally at the end, and just the look on the girl's face when he says he's 5. Oh God, what have I done? The characters in this movie basically get wrapped up in this cult because both of them, at the beginning of the movie, have just fallen on hard times. They can't pay rent and they're both bad at keeping jobs.
Yeah.
One's bad at it because they're kind of spoiled rich kid. The other one's bad at it for trauma that is unspecified at the beginning, but becomes clear when you get to later in the movie that trauma is she was raped as a child.
Yeah, raped as a child by a foster father.
Yes. It also turns out that the spoiled brat kid also raped as a child from their uncle. when they were younger. So both of them are rape victims, which kind of speaks to the whole, like, why these two are so susceptible to, like, the cult thing.
Yeah.
Even as sex cults, because it's fulfilling a need that was ripped away from them when they were children.
Yeah.
And also, it's very psychedelic, so
yeah.
The drugs taking away the pain that they feel at all times.
Fuck the pain away.
They're basically fucking the pain away constantly. Because, like,
fuck the pain away.
Touching the alien alone has, like, an anesthetic property to it.
Yeah.
And then having sex with the alien has a psychedelic property to it. So the combination of the two basically takes all of their pains away. So they're essentially, like, addicted to fucking the alien as if it was a drug.
Yeah.
And that's their coping mechanism instead of, like, going to therapy, even though the main character did.
The main character is going to therapy, but it's not going well.
That's maybe my one criticism of the movie, is that one scene at the beginning of the movie went a little too long.
It did go on for a bit.
The movie opens with her in a therapy session talking about meeting the alien because she met the alien before the movie actually starts. That scene is like a 5-minute sequence of her just telling the story.
With that said, the actor nails it.
Yeah, the actress is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I love the camera work of how slowly it's pushing in to the point where when you get to the end of the conversation and it's right in her face, you like didn't even notice it was moving.
Yeah.
Because it starts off in a fucking wide, but because the scene takes like 5 minutes, it's moving so creepily slowly, it doesn't look like it's moving.
Yeah, it's maybe a good way of putting this movie is it's a very, very, very cheesy movie made by very talented people.
I would agree, 100%. There's a lot of talent on display with this movie, a lot of creativity. I love its weird use of like goofy sound effects.
Yes.
Kind of reminded me of like 90s stoner comedies.
Yeah.
You know, like Dude, Where's My Car or some shit. Probably the LA vibe of the movie also added to that.
That adds to it.
You know?
Yeah, well, oh God, one of my favorite like details is that whenever the alien gets stressed, he hip-hop dances.
Yes, he'll do these fucking like dances. And they obviously cast an actor who's really good at the dancing.
Yeah.
So he's actually really fucking good at it.
I have to think about this. I gotta go dance. You're like, aren't you the monster?
One of the major conflicts in this movie is that the two friends, one's a gay guy, one's a straight girl, maybe straight. Well, I don't know. It's never really specified.
More into dudes than
More into dudes than not. They both fuck the alien cult leader and they both want him, and he kind of tells them both that he's their only.
Yeah.
Until he has to like basically like be like, oh, we're gonna be polyamorous now. And that's like the big conflict of the movie.
Yeah.
Is them going like, no, he's my alien fuck monster. And it tears this friendship apart, where before the friendship was torn apart, they were so codependent with one another.
Yeah.
Because they're basically like using each other to fucking like cope with their own traumas. And then they enter the cult and that's torn apart and they're using the alien to cope with their traumas, and it turns them into worse and worse people. Till you get to the end of the movie and they're basically trying to kill each other. Yeah.
Sugar-free lemonade powder kills it.
And had he not tossed it on the alien and killed it right then and there, like she would have 100% betrayed him in that moment as he's like bleeding on the ground. You would have betrayed me. So funny.
Oh, man.
So funny. This movie's so weird. I love it. I also love how this movie kind of makes fun of those kind of like new agey hippie grifter types.
Oh, yeah.
Like basically the alien is one of those guys. He like pretends that all of this is like healthy for the planet.
I got a real strong like Russell Brand vibe off the guy. So
yes. A very naive Russell Brand.
Yeah.
If Russell Brand had naive energy, it would be this guy.
Yep.
100%. And then finding out the reason why he's so fucking naive is because he's only like 5 years old. And so he literally doesn't know shit. It's not because he's an alien from outer space. He's just really young.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if anything we've said so far has enticed you, then you're probably as enticed as you possibly can be. You know if you want to see this movie. You know if you need this movie in your life. You know who you are, you sick fuck. You're just like me, for real. And with that said, my fellow Gorehounds, where can they find you, Count Jackula?
Well, you can find me here on YouTube every weeknight at about 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Y'all know me, I'm the Horror Guru. You can find me on various social media platforms, but these days I primarily use Blue Sky, so follow me on there. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you're notified of my videos immediately upon their upload. And if you'd like to help out either of us more directly, be sure to check out our Patreon pages. And remember, if you decide to go the Patreon route, even $1 $1 a month can go a long way, but we will certainly accept more. And with that said, my fellow Gorehounds, if you made it this far into the video, then I want you to comment below, and be sure to comment below using the hashtag, what is it they keep saying in the movie?
Interspecies intercourse.
Yeah. Interspecies intercourse, something like that. Peace out, my fellow Gorehounds, and we'll catch y'all later.